your relationship with Chad Ochocinco. I know that you guys are currently separated, right?
Yes. And it's not a PR stunt, Stoney.
She's the one who said, oh, she has an open relationship.
It was more things in regards to Stoney. Stoney's not innocent. You know, she played a fence and she was just digging, trying to find stuff, but she never found anything on me. It was always Chad.
Were you aware of any of the women you found in his phone? Like, did you know who they were?
Some of them followed me.
So you mean to tell me Chad was messing with girls that follow you?
What is the pettiest thing you ever done to get back at an ex? That's petty. What's the biggest lie a cast member have told?
That damn abortion.
So you think she's still lying because she's still saying that?
During that time frame when we was filming and she called and told me, she didn't have no boy. That I must stand on that.
That's a crazy lie to tell.
Some of them be lying about some crazy stuff.
If you had to fire one person from the current W.A.G.s to Riches cast, who would it be and why?
Ooh, I'm be honest, because I'm a real ass bitch.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that one.
I mean, she don't bring any substance.
Damn, Sharelle is giving us the real deal. This isn't your typical couples podcast. We're more than just husband and wife.
Yeah, baby, we homies.
I know that's right. Come hang out with the flyest, realest,
most hustling couple you know.
And get authentic, uncut perspectives on love,
fly shit,
and everything in between.
Let's go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Donay.
And we are here with the first episode of Season 2 of the Love and Fly Shit podcast. We told y'all this year we was coming back strong. We're going to be more consistent. We're releasing our episodes, and we're going to have the most amazing guests. And we are not going to disappoint because today we have the most amazing guest. She is a boss, a true boss, a businesswoman. She is a reality star. She is a 13-year military veteran. She's just doing all the things. I'm talking about the beautiful, the talented Sharelle Rosado, the star of the W.A.G.s to Riches on Netflix. Hey, Sharelle.
How you doing?
How
y'all doing? Good. I'm excited to be here.
Girl, we are super excited to talk to you.
Super excited to have you.
You don't understand. I've been a fan of your shows since Selling Tampa on
Thank
Netflix.
You.
And W.A.G.s to Riches is just taking over right now. Everybody knows that is what's hot right now, especially on Netflix, girl.
The Mean Girls took over.
Girl, it took over. And I forgot to mention, not only is she the star of W.A.G.s to Riches, but she's also a producer. So she's getting that producer check as well as that talent check. And she's doing both very, very well. I love the show. I think the production of the show is amazing. I love the backdrops you have. I love the settings. I love the quality of the production. And then the casting, in my opinion, you chose beautiful ladies.
So I didn't choose the ladies.
Oh, okay. Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
So I did. So with the whole producing part, after Selling Tampa didn't get renewed, I was like, I feel like we should, I didn't want to give up. So I had other production companies reaching out to me and I started interviewing. And I was like, people really see talent in me. And when I picked my production company who I wanted to work with, I was like, I want more than just to be a talent. Like I went for executive producer credits, but we fought hard and I ended up having consulting producer credits. But with that, I don't have any access to who's casted, how the show looks, how it's edited. Any of that. I just get a little check and the credits.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So basically, Sharelle's telling y'all, listen, don't come at me about who's on the show because it was not all my decision.
Right.
But you set the tone because it is about you. I feel like you're the main character.
Right.
Definitely giving main character energy.
I just feel like, some of the ladies look at it, not everyone, because, the ones who are close, they show gratitude. They're like, Sharelle, you fought hard. And without you fighting hard, none of us would have this platform. And some of the ladies, they get a little big head and feel like stuff don't stink. But don't forget who gave you that plate, baby.
Do not forget. Do not forget.
I'll pull it back.
Because if she did not create this, then the show would not exist and you would not be on the show. So I feel the same way. I feel like you should have gratitude for the person who paved the way. And in this case, you are definitely the person who paved the way. Whether it was with Selling Tampa, doing that first, because I feel like Selling Tampa was the first ensemble show for Black women on Netflix.
It was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I don't agree with the backlash that Selling Tampa got because I feel like it did show the business side. I'm a businesswoman. I watched it to see the business side, but you have to have the drama.
Right.
Nobody watches reality TV for everybody to be all happy-go-lucky all
women
the time.
empowerment. I think that's what people fail to realize. Like with reality, you're gonna have bad sides. You're gonna show personalities. You're gonna show things that people don't want, that they claim they don't want to see. But if it wasn't shown, then it's a boring show, or this is whack. So it's like we can't win for nothing sometimes.
Girl,
with
can't win
our
for
own
nothing.
people.
With our own people. And they be the worst ones.
They hard on
Instead of looking at it like these are black women that are doing their thing. First of all, being on a reality show is not easy.
It's not.
It's a job.
It's hard to even get on TV.
It's hard to get on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give credit for actually putting it together, for actually going out and making it happen, because that's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And then dealing with the backlash just makes it harder for no reason, when we need to acknowledge the fact that these people are paving the way for us to do more and be in the spotlight. So I just want to say thank you for what you've contributed to black women being in the spotlight on a network where we weren't as represented, without the shows that you're on. So I appreciate that from you as a fellow black woman.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes. Did you create Selling Tampa? Or did they
So
come to you?
it was, I started my brokerage and I wanted something different because you don't see black women in luxury real estate. So Selling Sunset was just coming out. It was COVID, and we was like, we can do the same things. And a production company reached out to me when I did my first photo shoot. And one of the agents was like, girl, we need to try to get Selling Sunset. And Sophie, she was like, girl, go like slide in his DM, basically. Go like some pics. And I did that. I liked all the pics and commented on some things. And they, his team saw what I created or whatever, my brokerage. And they reached out to me. They were like, hey, we're interested in doing a show with you. I was like, well, I have a few producers reaching out to me. But I would love to hear what you have. I only had one producer, but I made it sound like everybody was after me.
I know that's right.
They was like, well, we're going to send you NDA, and we would like for you to stop talking to these other producers. Did you sign anything? I was like, I didn't, but let's hear what you have to offer, and we'll go from there. I'll send it to my lawyer, and we'll go from there.
I know that's
and
right.
And that's how it started.
That is very cool.
Yes.
So you get real results out them DMs.
You do.
And we gonna get into that.
Listen, closed mouths don't get fed. And if you don't try, then
hey, that's a shot you ain't take. Yeah,
right,
that's how I
exactly.
feel too. Take your
Right.
shot. Take
So
your shot.
Allure Realty, you are the owner of this luxury real estate brokerage.
Yes.
And so I want the people to know that this is not just for TV. You really did have this brokerage before these shows.
Right.
And this is really what you do.
Right. Yes. I started the brokerage in 2019. Like 2 months after I started it, that's when we signed the deal with our production company. So we were brand new.
Oh, that's dope.
A brand new brokerage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you.
Yes. And it's not easy to be a realtor or to get a brokerage license. Like, you have to go through a lot to get
Listen,
there.
I had just hit the mark. I was a real estate agent for only 2 years. And I went to go get my broker license because you have to be licensed for 2 years. Went to go get my broker license and went straight into it. Went and opened a brokerage. I started with one commission check. And I was like, we're going to start. My office was half this size I started off with. And now I'm in a 8,000 square foot.
That's dope.
Ooh,
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
All it takes is faith. And I believe in God. And I know what's meant for me is for me. And I don't believe in failing. And if I do fail, I'm going to get back up and keep trying.
Right.
So.
And if I do fail, I'm going to learn from it. That's
Right,
like my biggest
exactly.
thing is learning from the mistakes and the decisions that you feel like you could have done better. You got to learn from
Right.
it.
Because you are going to fail. And don't get me wrong, you are going to fail. It's about getting back up and keep going.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
Right.
don't stop, y'all.
That's right. That's right.
Make sure you start. Get
Yes.
started and don't stop.
And don't
Because
stop.
sometimes the hardest part is getting started, right?
Yes.
Did you have any fears or any kind of reservations before you started your...
I didn't even
brokerage?
think about fear. I was just, my mindset was like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to make
Dope.
this happen. I'm going to do it. I went to Chicago. Shout out to Makita Smith. She's a big broker in Chicago, and she does a lot of international deals. She used to have a conference called Sassy Chicks. Sassy Chicks in Real Estate. And when I went to that conference, I invested in myself. I flew there. I was like, I seen women developers, women brokers, black women
That's dope.
killing the game. I was like, that right there motivated me. I was like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right.
And that right there just gave me motivation to just go full force. So,
Okay.
That's dope.
That is good. And so, those conferences do help.
They
And you
do.
never know who you're inspiring.
Right.
Do you do speaking engagements at conferences? And
I do panels. I don't really like speaking, but I do. When women do reach out to me, I do give them motivation. Sometimes I give them my number to give them words of encouragement. But yeah, I do help. I'm not a mean girl, y'all. I do help my girls out.
Right. And just for the record, you don't seem to be a mean girl at all to me. But see, like, I feel like I can respect boss bitch energy. And see, some women are intimidated by that. Everybody can't handle it, and they don't even know they're intimidated. They look at it like,
oh, she nasty.
Yes. Yes, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it is. There are some girls that are just nasty, but I feel like those are not the boss women. Those are not the women that are confident. Those are the women that kind of hide their own insecurities by being a bitch. Exactly. But when you truly are confident and you have your own stuff going on, what reason do you have to be mean to just be a mean girl? You know what I'm saying?
You got to have a reason. If you're not dealing with somebody or you don't want to affiliate with someone else, there's plenty of reasons why.
Right.
So people have to realize, like, just because you meet somebody, you don't have to. I'm not gonna. If we don't vibe together, I can be in the same room with you, but I don't have to click with you and be besties with you.
Right.
That's not mean girl.
So that brings me to some questions about that. You already know. Okay, so you have definitely been called a mean girl. We know this. This is like what everybody's saying. My first impression of you is not mean girl. It's just a beautiful boss lady who is actually very sweet. Like, you come off as very sweet. You give compliments, very warm and inviting. And I think, of course, on reality TV, the way things are edited, you're not always going to see both sides of people's personalities. But I guess the controversy is where people are saying, like, the way you have been commenting about the other girls, both during the season and after the season. And that's where this mean girl persona is coming from with you. How do you feel about the way you're being perceived on the show right now?
Well, there's what the viewers see, and there's what real life, what really happens, and what's not captured on TV. And like I stated before, there were things that were said behind camera that got back to me. They weren't rumors in regards to Stoney. So when it got back to me, why would I deal with someone who's speaking negative or trying to get tea on me for a show? So it just don't make sense. So you're going to stand over there, and I choose not to deal with you. Now, of course, for the show, a lot of things were said, but what was captured was the sex tape. I don't care about the sex tape. That's because that wasn't your fault. But because she was known for her sex tape, of course, TV, they're going to highlight on it, because if you Google her, that's the only thing, I'm sorry.
That's what's popping. No, that's what's popping.
No, I'm just being honest. That's the only thing you're going to find about Stoney, other than, she's one of Rick Ross' baby mamas. But the main thing is her in a sex tape with 50 Cent. So, of course, they're going to highlight the sex tape. But it was more things in regards to Stoney. Stoney's not innocent. She played offense, and she says things, as people can see throughout. Like, she was just digging, trying to find stuff, but she never found anything on me. It was always Chad. So
yes, and she did talk about Chad. I think she's the one who said, "Oh, she has an open relationship." Or Chad was.
She was just telling me stuff I never heard of. I'm like, girl, dang, you know about my life more than I do.
So the beef be that real?
It does. It like when people don't have anything, they don't have anything on you, they gonna dig, and that's what she was doing, and that's what the fans did not see. Like, it's not about a sex tape. Like, it's not. It was more to it. I mean.
Yeah. But see, for the show, they have to play that up like that's the storyline, because they can't tell you, well, behind the scenes, this person told me this.
Right.
Some of that context can't be included in the storyline of the show.
Because it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense to the viewers. But this makes sense, and this paints that picture they wanted to paint, which is fine. Because I feel like this. Like, I was on a reality show. I did College Hill interns back in the day. I was right out of college.
Right.
BET, that was before Basketball Wives, before everything. Like, before reality TV was what it was. I think I got the mean girl persona because of one issue I had with one guy on the show. And it was easy to make it look like I was the big bad wolf and he was the little scared little boy, because he was just weaker, in my opinion.
Right.
And he was a boy. I'm like, how did I get into it? How is a girl bullying a boy? But I got that persona too. And I was like 20, 21.
But you're very outspoken, and I feel like when women can walk in a room and they demand the attention, they're considered like the mean girl, or she the bitch, or she this, that, and the third. But you have that strong demeanor, and some people just can't accept it. So they're going to throw that title on you.
Yes, men and women.
Yeah.
And so I got that experience, so I understand from your perspective, and I understand how when it's edited, they're going to make it look like this is the storyline because this is easier to digest. And then I feel like, honestly, this might be harsh, but I feel like there's more, for lack of a better term, like weak people in the world than there are strong people.
Oh my goodness.
So those are the people that they want to,
weak,
into.
Weak and fake people.
Weak and fake.
Weak and fake,
There was so much fake stuff going on when the cameras came on. It's like, are you serious? Like, I have text messages of what you said, Jules and Sade. Did y'all forget y'all was in a group message talking crap about certain people?
Man.
Like, it's weird. I just sit back and laugh because I'm like, are we really gonna do? You just said all this and you and this girl face smiling and laughing.
And see, I can't do that.
I can't be fake.
Do it.
But I can't be fake. So I'm gonna say what it is. Call me mean girl, call me bitch, whatever. I just can't be fake. And I'm gonna tell you how it is, and you're not gonna hear it from somebody else.
Yes.
You're gonna hear, like Stoney, anything I said, it was right in her face. Anything she said about me, I heard it through the grapevine.
Right.
She never came to me as a woman and said what she said.
So when you say it like that, it makes a lot of sense
Right.
because, again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to lie, like, with Sade, it seemed like she was neutral at first. I didn't feel like Sade really wanted a problem.
Yeah. I feel like with Sade, she first of all, she barely showed up for scenes, which came to the point she was pregnant, so she was trying to protect that. But to barely speak on things, she wasn't there for a lot of the scenes, especially the fight. She assumed, because she did say some things about a certain person, and she said it to myself and Portia, she assumed because I was talking to Ashley that I went back and said, I never go back and say anything. And Ashley stated, no, it was the other person who said how her experience with you, which was Keita. And I guess she didn't want the people to realize, like, for that drama to come out. She felt like it was irrelevant. But you're on TV with another castmate that you didn't want to come on. But you didn't keep it real.
Oh.
You never kept it real about anything. That's the crazy part.
Did you have any feelings about anybody that was cast before they were cast? Like, you knew, like, okay, I really don't want this person, but I don't have the control.
I didn't know. So the only people I was close with was Portia, Ashley, and Alexis. Mm-hmm. We're friends. So they call us all the minions, but we're friends in real life. So we're going to stick together and ride for each other. I didn't know any of the other ladies. And when I did see who was being casted, I did question Jules and I questioned Stoney, because I asked, okay, what does Stoney bring to the table? I never knew who she was. I didn't even know she had a sex tape. And I didn't know any of this. So I was like, but this is old. This is like 20 years old. Why are we, like, what?
How is she relevant now?
Right. She is now.
Well, she is now, yeah. But at the time, I think you were thinking, like, okay, what does she bring to the table right now?
Yeah, what does she bring to the table? And then for Jules, it was just too much. Like, the whole, when they did say, I was like, why are we going to bring a culture vulture on a show full of Black women? It don't make sense.
And that came out.
It came out.
Part of the storyline. Yeah. So, but you didn't have any adverse feelings about Sade, it sounds like. It sounds like you were thinking the same thing.
Sade
like,
and I were cool.
Yeah.
We were cool. We were hanging out. But then she told one of the producers, oh, I think she's a messy boots. Before we even started filming. Because I started hanging with Keita.
Okay.
So it's a lot of things that happen on the behind the scenes where people don't know. So with Sade, it just made me pull back a little bit more, because it's like, okay, you have certain feelings, but you don't want the world to really know how you really feel.
Right. That makes it make sense more now. And I know that people say, oh, why do they have to showcase this? But this is real life drama. Like, in real life, girls have problems with each other. Like, people complain, but they still want to be entertained.
They do. Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah, exactly. The situation with Jules. So it does seem like the scene where she got into that fight, it does seem like, obviously, they initiated that whole, beef with her. It was like, she was minding her business, then she came over trying to be aggressive, but to her credit, they did kind of just start attacking her with the culture vulture stuff. Right. Did you know that was going to happen? Like,
well, before, what people don't know, apparently Jules came up to Kania before we even started filming, was like, "What you doing here? You must be an extra."
Okay.
And Jules have a raspy, like aggressive voice.
Yeah.
So talking and you don't know this girl, and just to say you an extra. Like Kania was part of another show that we were gonna do, but you know how they do. If you're not bringing it, they're gonna keep you on the wall and may bring you in and cash you out during filming time. So Kania felt some type of way, and I'm sure Kania did do her research. I just told her, I said, just do your research on all the ladies. I can't speak for it. So she Googled all the ladies, and she Googled Jules, and she already had it. So Kania was like, okay, you coming for me. She felt like Jules was coming for her before the cameras even came on. Because I would feel some type of way. You ain't saying, hey, how you doing? It's what you doing here? You must be an extra.
That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
That's really disrespectful.
So the fans didn't see that.
Okay.
So Kania's pissed. The alcohol is in. She's at the other table, and they start talking about it. Kania started talking about it. And I'm sure she gonna egg it up a little bit because the camera's on. So she feels some type of way, and she want to bring it out. Like,
I get it.
So that's how it started. So Jules came over to the table. Hey, I'm Jules. Hey, I'm Jules.
Okay.
So people don't see. They didn't know what happened behind the scenes.
Okay. Because it looks like they were talking about her. Then she came trying to greet everybody, and then that's how it started. But I see what you're saying. It was more that happened before then.
Right.
So why is Jules not in any of like the cast photos? I feel like, is she not?
She never comes around.
Really?
She never comes around. She chose to go to Paris, and she chose to go and not come to the photos, not come to the event. So that's on her.
Yeah, because it looks like, I think the perception could be like, okay, she was all for it on the show, but then the way what happened during filming, it kind of caused her to separate herself, it looks like.
No, that's not it. Jules was trying to, she said she was going to work to get money. So.
Okay. Okay.
She told them she wasn't going to make it.
Well, I know y'all gonna get a season 2.
I hope so.
Would you think Jules will be a part of it again in season 2?
Honestly, I'm the type of female, we all started together. Let's continue on together.
Let's finish this.
No matter if I like you or if I don't. You was here for season 1. Mm-hmm. Like, let's keep making hits.
Yeah, let's do it. And see, again, that's the boss lady talking, because at the end of the day, you're entertaining with this show, and with you being a consulting producer, let's do it. Like, let's make it happen.
Get out your feelings. Get to work. You say you working. Let's see what you got.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And I did give Jules a chance with the whole, I think people were coming at me in regards to the whole, when she called me and said she had an abortion.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. I'm going to be honest.
So you thought she lied to you about having an abortion?
Yes, she had on. Did you watch the show? She had on pants like
see-through.
Her pants was just like that.
So you think she's still lying because she's still saying that? That's
she
deep.
probably had one, but it wasn't during that time frame. That's
who lies about that.
Baby, some of them be lying about some crazy stuff.
Wow.
You mean to tell me you think that she's still telling this story about Sharelle? I told Sharelle that I had an abortion, and she's still gonna ask me, do I want to have more kids?
But she tried to play like I asked. We were having a conversation. It wasn't like I directed it to her. I went around the whole table. That's just me. That's how I communicate.
Yeah.
You sitting over here, you're gonna get included in the conversation. I want you to feel like an eyeball.
Right.
You're already over here, the only woman without a man. So we gonna talk.
If you would ask everybody around the table, it could have been seen like, you didn't ask me because you know I had an abortion, and now I'm sensitive about that.
Or why you talking about kids when I didn't even bring the topic up about kids, which is crazy. But But I honestly don't believe it happened around that time. That's just my opinion, because I know people who took the pill the same day, and my friend is an OBGYN, and she's like, girl, you cramping, you hurting real bad, you're bleeding real bad, like you're passing. You can't be outside that same day.
Especially with no mesh pants on. Oh my gosh.
So people
That's deep to lie about stuff like that.
They just look at, and people have crocodile tears, and they gonna say whatever just to clear their name up from something embarrassing that happened, that fight, hint, hint, the fight. So we're gonna blame it on Sharelle because she triggered me and asked me that I wanted more kids.
So now I'm the victim instead of the aggressor. I get it. Damn! Sharelle is giving us the real deal.
Just go back and watch.
Girl. And look, now that I know, if I did watch it again, I'd be like, oh, I see that.
You'll be
like, you see little signs like, she lied.
You drinking alcohol. You done took this pill. You done took this pill like 2 hours before maybe 5 hours before we started filming. You're cramping real bad.
Yeah.
But you over here drinking.
There's no way.
You jumping on tables. You talking about, at least it's my real hair. Girl, sit down somewhere. And you didn't go to the bathroom that whole time. One thing the military taught me is to pay attention to my details. Pay attention to my surroundings.
Man,
and I did.
Okay. Wow, you're like a secret agent super spy. Like, she's like, I know what's going on. I'm reading the room. I see everything.
Yes, I see everything.
Whoa, that's deep. That I don't know. That type. See, if somebody told that type of lie, that would make me not want to be around them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it gets
seriously.
It gets deeper than that. This person, we was filming a scene. She calls. I don't know why. I feel like who is telling you to call me? We ain't that close for you to be calling me, telling me your personal business. You called me again. Me and Ashley filming a scene, and you're like, I'm not gonna show up for the scene today. Like I'm just hurt. I'm in Tampa. My dad is sick. He have health problems. Blah 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 blah. I was like, oh no, like I'm sorry to hear this or whatever. And my hairstylist, everybody hearing her talk. We just finished the scene. You in Tampa. That's 3.5, 4 hours from Miami. We show up to the Bad Boy premiere. Guess who there looking like a deer in headlights? Guess who is there looking like a deer in headlights when they see us?
Who are you
'Cause they
talking
think-
about? Who is it?
Jules. But you just called me and told me that you in Tampa because your daddy just had like a health issue.
Wow.
Like it wasn't making sense.
So you done made your daddy sick just to get out of work?
Wow.
Maybe he was sick, but you said that you were in Tampa up there and you're not gonna make it for filming.
You
But
should
you
make
at the
it.
Bad Boy premiere.
Wow.
So she made a decision. Yeah. She made a decision.
Maybe the
Damn.
lies that was coming, it just wasn't adding up to me.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. That is crazy. That is crazy. And it's crazy that people are still standing on business after the filming when these type of things can be exposed.
Of course, they standing on business because they feel like the fans are for them right now. And of course, the fans don't see what's really going on. They just see what was shown. Because if I watched it, I would be like, dang, Sharelle, like, why you gonna do? But I keep it real because I know what happened.
Right.
I know what happened during the camera, after the cameras. Everybody who was on set knew what really happened.
Right.
So,
But I'm not watching thinking that though. So,
Right.
so when I watch it, when I see you, I see somebody who is keeping it real, first of all.
mhm.
Secondly, like, again, you're a producer of the show. Like, you're giving the people what they want, but you still keeping it real at the same time. Like,
Right.
you are engaging these girls. Everybody can say, oh, she didn't want Stoney around, but Stoney's there, isn't she?
Right.
So you are still having scenes with him. You could refuse to talk to her for real, but
Right.
you are engaging, you're talking, you're interacting.
Mhm.
That's a part of the show. So
And-
I'm looking at it like that from that standpoint.
Right. And
you know?
Ashley is the same way. Like, people like, oh, she a minion. Ashley's like, she did TV before, so
Yes.
she knows how it works. We can't just be sitting there just looking at each other. So she's gonna engage in conversations that is happening during filming just to get reactions. That's what you do.
Right.
Like, we just can't sit there and look stupid
Right.
and kumbaya
Right.
all day, every day.
Right. So if you're gonna sit there with me, I'm gonna tell you how I really feel.
Right.
You here.
Yeah.
Good for you that you're here, but I really don't necessarily want to be around you.
Exactly.
And so that's good for the show, and that's just keeping it real.
Yeah.
And you know how I am, baby. Like, I can't hold back. Like,
Too
me
real.
either. I
Too
don't know
real.
how. I
Me
don't know
either.
how.
When is
But
your
I be having
birthday?
to stop
July
you.
27th. I'm a Leo.
Okay, yes.
Mhm. When is yours?
A Libra, October 16th.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I
Yeah,
cannot.
He's a
I'm a Libra too.
Wait, when's your birthday?
October 16th.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Libras, y'all are like the sweetest people, but just don't mess with y'all. Like, that's how
Yes.
he is for sure. Like,
Yeah.
so he'll go above and beyond to try to help you.
Exactly.
But once you're on the other side, you're on the other
You
side.
on the other
You on the
side.
other
You-
side. Like,
man.
don't, I'm gonna help you until you do me wrong.
Yeah, don't do me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't do me wrong. Yes. But so I can respect it. I think that as the season progresses and as people get to know you and see more of you telling, what really happened, they'll understand. And if they don't, they still gonna watch the show.
Right.
Either way, you get paid.
Exactly. That part.
So, whatever.
Let's check it.
But so we just talked about a lot of fly shit. That
Yeah.
W.A.G.s to Riches on Netflix is fly shit. To me, I love it. It's showing love. We got different couples on the show. It's showing fly shit. But Sharelle, you also, to me, are a good representation of Black love. And that is what our
Black
show is
love.
about. So I want to get into this Black love because it just literally gave me chills thinking about your relationship with Chad Ochocinco. And we want to talk about that because I'm rooting for you guys. Like, at this point,
I'm rooting for y'all.
yeah, at this point, like, I know that you guys are currently separated, right?
Mhm. Yes. And it's not a PR stunt, Stoney.
Why would anybody think that?
And Sade.
Yeah, why would anybody think it's a PR stunt? Like, how
I
does
don't
that help
know.
you with PR? It doesn't help.
It doesn't help at all. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't want to talk about it, but it is what it is.
Yes.
And there's nothing to play about anyway.
Exactly.
Like,
it's
you don't-
nothing. Like,
to be-
he's the father of my child.
Yes.
And I'm in his kid's life. So
Yeah.
we would never do it. We don't need PR stunt for that. We
Yeah.
are who we are. We built our legacy without, we don't need a relationship, a fake
No.
relationship or a stunt to be where we at.
No, and
That's
y'all are
real.
connected for life. So
Exactly.
Yeah, I got
what
a
is the
kid.
stunt? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us this. You've stated that you guys broke up because he was not faithful.
Mm-hmm.
You found some messages in his phone, or was it pictures or messages?
It was
Sharelle?
a lot of stuff.
Now, how did
and-
you
Really?
get to the phone? That's my question. Like, I just gotta know, what did he give it to you, or you went to that phone?
No, I go through it anytime I want to. If I feel like I'm waking up in the morning.
Was it? I'm
like,
saying, did he do something to like trigger you to
course.
go touch that
Of
phone?
course.
Okay.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Did he gaslight you? Because whenever Donay get caught up with me going to his phone, the first thing he say, "Why was you in my phone in the first place?"
I just wanna know, why was you in
yes,
his phone?
That's what y'all men love doing that. Like when you find
You
something.
need to go through the phone with him there. You looking at something you may not understand.
No, I understood everything loud and clear.
No, and y'all will break that phone before you give it to us. To let us see it. So let's keep it all the way real, baby.
Right.
So let me ask you this: were you aware of any of the women you found in his phone? Like, did you know who they were? Did you have any previous knowledge of these women, or woman, or I don't know if it's women?
No, I didn't know who they were.
You didn't?
They know who I were.
Of
'cause
course
some
they
of
know
them
who you
followed
are.
me. which
So
is
you mean to
crazy.
tell me Chad was messing with girls that follow
But
you?
he wouldn't know because
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are like he wouldn't know.
But he know them girls know who you are.
They
Everybody
know who
you
I
are.
who I am. Yeah.
I mean, it was just probably, you can't just,
Bruh, talk.
I'm
Let's
just
get
saying
it
it
out.
probably, I'm saying, you just saying messages and it was
We're
just.
not gonna go into the
Oh, the
details of what I've
details, okay,
seen. That's
okay.
between us and
There you go, there you go.
But and what happened. But it is what it is, and
I
that's
got
why
you.
I'm here today, single, without.
Okay.
Single. Okay. So you also talked about how both of you guys are in therapy. Do you feel like you're making progress with the therapy as it pertains to your relationship with Chad?
I think my progress that I'm making is helping me better. If Chad and I don't get back together, it's gonna help me not go to the same type of man that I'm usually going to, like what I'm attracted to. And it's just helping me become a better woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like healing childhood trauma, all that, because we tend to cover those things and we always end up diverting to the same type of man or same type of woman, and we don't see it because we're not healing that childhood trauma.
What type of man are you normally attracted to?
I don't look at what they do. Like I don't look at their traits. Because I mean, back then Chad didn't believe in monogamy. And I didn't like now that I'm looking at it, like I felt like I can come in and change that type of person, but I can't. So it's like, focus on me. You don't have to fall in love with just the outside of a person. Learn that person more before you go and create a family and go all in.
Right.
And that was my issue. I as a child, and I'm not afraid to speak on it, my childhood trauma was being codependent upon men. Because my father, he was in the military. My mom and my dad divorced at an early age. I think I was like 6 months. So I didn't have that father love.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, it was like I wanted just a man love. And that was my issue. So that's what I'm
okay.
feeling.
Yes, I definitely have heard that before from other people. Like when you don't feel like you have the love from your father, then you look for it in other men. And a lot of times,
and people fail to realize that, like it's you have to heal that little boy or a little girl in you to be better in life, whether it's friendship, relationships, whatever, or as a person. So that's what I've been working on.
Right. I get it. And see, here's the thing. The reason why I said that I'm rooting for y'all is because when I saw the interview where you were talking about how he's just the finest man, nobody has ever made me feel like this. And when I think about how together, y'all are both just so like, it seems like when I see y'all together, it's like y'all so down to earth and just fun. Like you're a fun couple.
Yes.
Like y'all friends. It looks like y'all are friends.
Chad is amazing. Like I have never, out of my relationships that I've been in, I have never felt the way I felt when when I was with Chad. Like butterflies when we first met. I used to be excited. We both used to be excited to be around each other, and it's an amazing feeling. But I mean,
you don't think they could be fixed? Like
anything can be fixed, but both
Are you
parties.
open for it though?
It depends.
It depends.
I can't be the only one open for it. I can't be the only one that's going to get healing or focusing on it. I can't put my all into that if the other party isn't doing the same.
Okay.
But you said Chad was going to therapy too, right?
He started off.
Oh,
And
okay.
then y'all know how y'all men are. Y'all go a few times and then think, okay, we back good. Let's make this thing. No,
Well, we'll
no,
need
did
that.
it. I did it.
He did it.
checking the box.
Just
He
checking the
did
box
it.
instead of
I
putting in
need
the
to
real
see
work.
changes.
I
Yes.
see what you're saying.
So okay, during the time that you went in, whenever you got the Chad phone or whatever, was it something?
Back on the phone.
I'm back on the phone.
He's
back on it.
traumatized by me going through his phone back in the day. So that's why he's going through his adult trauma.
Was it anything that he may have been going through? Was it anything he was going through? Did you check on him? I'm just asking. Did you check on him? Was it anything he was going through?
Chad is Chad.
Yeah.
He was just working.
He was working. And that's a lot on his plate when he working.
Mm-hmm. I bet it is.
So, okay, what I think Donay is getting to, I also saw an interview where you said that Chad basically told you, if you don't do this, then I'm going to get it from somewhere else.
Yes.
And the reason why Donay is hitting on that is because he obviously agrees with that from a male point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've talked about like how in a relationship, when you have a woman who is doing a lot, like she's a mom, she's a businesswoman, she's taking care of the house, she's taking care of you, she's not always going to be able to tend to your every need.
Right.
And men sometimes feel like I want this when I want it. Like, stop everything you doing and give me what I need.
Right.
And like, we've even had issues where like, it'll be the middle of the day. I'm working on something. Donay come up behind me like, let's go. And I'm like, bro, I gotta finish what I'm doing.
Right.
As much as I would love to be in a place where all I can do is just be all up on you all day because I want to do that, I can't do it right now.
Right.
But men see that type of rejection differently than the way we see it when we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you feel like any of that played a part in your breakup?
I'm sure like it was times, it wasn't a lot, but it was times where I was so busy, I just couldn't because, I got business, kids, family, work. It's a lot and trying to manage everything. And at that time, I was still going back and forth between Tampa and Miami. So that did play a little role into why we're not together, but I don't blame it all on that.
Yeah. I feel like men still need to have self-control.
Mhm.
If we are in a relationship, even when I'm wrong, I need you to still be faithful. I don't care what it is. Like, have more self-control than to go out here and get it from somewhere else. I don't feel like that's an excuse. But from a man's point of view, I feel like y'all act like y'all just can't control yourself.
I mean, I don't think no man's just like right off the rip, I don't think just go and do that as soon as you say no. I just think over time.
No, ain't no over no time. Y'all men, y'all something else, boy.
Over time.
All the girl gotta do is send a little picture shaking her ass and they on that type
It ain't
of time.
that easy for us. It ain't that easy for us. It's not that easy.
And see, we have had infidelity in the past. We've been together since we've been married for 10 years. We've known each other since high school.
I respect you for that. Because a lot of people play like this, oh, my husband never cheat or they too good to not to discuss it.
He took me down through there. It was some shit. It was like
Oh, no.
a lot of roller coasters, and I'm not gonna lie about it. It's real, and I feel like I'm the baddest bitch in the world. So I'm like, where are you going?
You are. The body is banging.
Thank
the
you.
face is on A1.
Thank you. Like, who the fuck are you fucking with? Like,
and then when you look at what they messing with,
be like, are you serious? Are you serious? And so I can admit that because I don't feel like it's a me problem. I feel like it's a him problem. You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like that in the same situation?
One time so Chad and I talk about everything, and one time he said it's just the excitement of something new.
I can agree with that.
With some men role playing or something in. What the hell?
Exactly.
Like, we can work this out.
It's just the excitement of something new, and I was like, I don't understand y'all males. That's how men think.
Sometimes
there's no feelings when a man cheats.
No. That's when I'm glad you said that. Most women need to understand. It's not like when y'all go do it. When y'all go do it,
when y'all,
yeah.
see, not when y'all go.
Yeah, when y'all
do
go do it, it's like y'all not just cracking off like that. Y'all really like that.
When
man.
a woman's fed up.
When that's what it is. When a woman's fed up. When a woman's fed up. Because if a woman is really into you and you treating her right, she
they
ain't
have
going
tunnel
nowhere.
vision.
Yes.
Not going nowhere.
Not
It's
going
like,
nowhere.
That's
I
true.
want you to change. I want you to change, baby. Stop doing this. But when you keep doing it, it's like you basically push that woman away, and it makes them just go find the attention from somewhere else. And I was a victim of that. Like people like, oh, you cheated on your, before I got with Chad. I was married, but we wasn't married when I stepped out and dealt with Chad. But it was the end of our relationship.
Mhm.
Like I had to accept the fact that he didn't want me.
Mhm.
And he kept cheating. And he pushed me to the point where I didn't even see him anymore as my mate. But I
Mhm.
still wanted the family.
Uh-huh.
So when I told him that, hey, I stepped out.
You told him?
I told him.
Okay.
Dang, how did he take that? Well, he proposed after that. So
He
you got
proposed
married
to
after
me.
that.
Oh,
We got
yeah,
married.
I
And
bet he
the
did.
only reason why I married him was because I felt sorry. I felt bad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When you got married, you wasn't in love with him at that moment?
I wasn't in love with him. I loved him.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't in
I
love with him.
understand.
Wow, that's deep.
That's deep.
So, and I think people take it, women go through the same things. And my story wasn't to brag about it. It's to say, first learn from it. And that's why I go through therapy too. At that time, I didn't have therapy, and I felt like I just wanted love because
Mhm.
I wasn't getting it from there. I
Right.
was, physically and mentally, it was just so much. It was too much trauma from that. And
Right.
it just pushed me to a point where I just wanted love.
Mm.
And people fail to realize, like, it's not to brag. It's just I needed healing. And at that time I was young, and I searched for it from the wrong point. So
I get
if
it.
I went back, I would change everything
You would change
on how I
everything.
did it.
All right. So if you went back, what would you do differently?
I would have just left the relationship
it.
instead of going and find love somewhere else.
And I agree with that. When me and Donay got together, I was in a relationship. I mean, long-term relationship. But see, I didn't see it like I was, okay, obviously I cheated on my ex to be with Donay. But to me, I felt like if I'm not married, I'm single, and I'm just living my life, upgrading my life.
Right.
Because to me, until somebody makes a commitment, then and you're not engaged, then you can't just be tied down to one person. If somebody else
Exactly.
better comes along, then you don't want to miss the person who might really be for you. Because if the other person was really for you, you wouldn't even be feeling this way about the new person.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't see it like I cheated to get with to be
You don't
with
look
you.
at it like that?
Because I dumped him after that.
I don't look at it
Yeah.
like that either.
Okay.
Like, people just heard clips of what I did. Like, I wasn't married, and
Exactly.
for the longest, he said he was never going to get married.
Mhm.
And it took me stepping out to see someone else for him to even propose to me.
Mm.
That's
And
deep.
I feel like it wasn't even genuine because you didn't want to lose me, so you felt like the last resort was to propose. And my dumb ass said
Yes.
because I was like, I just want a family. At that time, I was
I
young.
feel you.
I just want a family, and I wasn't happy there because you pushed me away from
Right.
all the stuff I went through with you.
Wow.
Yeah,
So I feel like
that's
it's a good thing you did get with Chad, because why would you be in a marriage when you knowingly accepted the proposal without really having the feelings of, I want to marry you? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I feel like sometimes you just upgrade, and it's nothing wrong with leaving somebody, because who want to be unhappy forever?
Right, exactly.
You know? Like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that.
But I do believe because the way you speak about Chad, I believe you found your one. Because I believe it's that one out there for everybody.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think, y'all broke up at this moment. Do you think you'll find that again?
I don't know.
It just,
Yeah,
it
Chad and our dynamic is like no other
So
when we're
cute, yeah.
together. It
Yeah.
is like, we're hilarious. We know how to like make the crowd whatever,
Yeah.
entertain the crowd or whatever. He's an amazing person, but until he shows that he wants to take something serious, then
you don't think he showed it? I think he showed it.
no, not for me.
For real?
For the public, yes.
Man, that's big.
Oh my gosh. He seems to think like, okay, for a man to acknowledge and claim and support a woman.
We're a public relationship. I mean, look at me. He better acknowledge.
I know that's right. I know that is right. He better acknowledge.
It ain't just Chad. Yeah. We was together. We was a power couple.
That's right.
Y'all definitely a power couple. Where you gonna go after that, Chad? What you gonna do?
I'm waiting.
What's better than Sharelle?
Hey, well, since we right there, like now, be honest. You think that wasn't a little petty? Where you like, hey, y'all, go ahead, have them.
I mean,
a little bit.
It was petty. I was reacting out of anger.
Now, I'm gonna just speak from.
I was pissed.
I know you probably was pissed, but you know, from a man, it's
I
like,
feel you.
Because for one, you telling the women to get me. Then you also letting these niggas know that they can. And we may be broke up, but you ain't going. You can't just go. You ain't going like that.
Honestly, I wasn't worried about the guys.
I know you wasn't. But he was.
But I wanted to show him that I'm not playing this game with you no more. So, because Chad I don't take anything to the internet, especially with our relationship.
Yeah.
I'm a communicator, like I talk about it. But to get to him, because I felt like, okay, I'm about to show you.
Yeah.
Because you pissed me off.
Yeah.
And he a solid dude. I could tell, like, he ain't feeling that internet, like, not with his real life and his woman.
Not when it's, it's bad things, no.
Yeah.
Like, but see, like, we've been together so long that I don't know what it's like to have relationship drama on Instagram or on social media, but I ain't gonna lie. If he did something to me right now, I don't know what I would do. Because at this point, I put in all these years, all this time.
Right.
You don't know what you're gonna do until something happens, and then you be like, in your feelings. So I can say all day, like, I wouldn't go to the internet, but shit.
You'll go to that.
I don't know.
And that's what people fail to realize. Like, at the end of the day, no matter where you rate us as a celebrity or whatever, we have feelings.
Yes.
And we can react. And that's what I tell Chad all the time. Like, don't put me in a position where it can cause me to lose my career, lose what I built up.
Okay.
Like, I'm a woman.
Okay.
Communicate with me.
Okay, now you say
like
that. I gotta ask you this. But then when you told them women, like, hey, well, don't catch nothing. That's putting this image like you just.
No, he never had nothing. So
I know he didn't, but I'm saying.
So what I was saying is, like, damn girl, you just sliding.
I know what you were saying,
right?
But how it sounds to the public, like, man, he itching. You know what I'm saying? like. Yeah, that ain't, yeah.
It was like, okay, you dealing with all these women. I hope you gonna add one. Don't catch nothing, sis.
I see what you're saying.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
That's how it was.
She was just saying, if he out being reckless, don't catch nothing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but you know, people gonna think the worst
of
when
course.
they hear. Yeah,
and I wanted them to.
I know. That's why I asked you why you do that.
So you ain't think that's something you also had something too?
I go to the clinic.
You're like, whatever. I don't care what none of y'all think. It is what it is. That is hilarious. So, okay. I forgot all about that. That's funny.
Yes, I did. Yes. I was pissed. Y'all know I had my little clap
I'm
back.
like, man, ooh, I know that one hurt him. Ooh, that hurt there, man. Because you getting them like, bro, you good? You know what I mean? You know how that goes.
Did he respond to that?
No.
He probably called you like,
Sharelle, he didn't say nothing.
For real? Oh, he knew he had did it.
He knew not to say that to me when I'm
he
hot.
knew. Yeah, that one, he like, she mad.
Right.
Dang. Okay. Wow. Okay, so obviously, you and Chad have some things that y'all want to work through. And y'all have to, like you said, you're co-parenting. You know, he's always going to be in your life. Again, I see the way your eyes light up when you talk about him. So I'm rooting for y'all. But I do understand your perspective on, like, you're not just going to do this with me at this point. Like, we too old for you to be still doing these type of things.
Right.
Because I agree, if Donay definitely got caught up a bunch of times. But right now, at this age, after I done gave him 2
when you say a bunch, baby, they be thinking that's a whole lot. They be like, that's a bunch. That boy
he did.
And I love her.
For real, he did. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like,
oh man,
in my head, because of the way he made me feel, I was willing to work through it with him because I knew I was never gonna find somebody that made me feel like him. Like, because anybody else, I would have been gone. It's like, you be thinking like, damn, like, he really got me, because if he was anybody else, I'm not going for none of it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has a limit. Like you said, when a woman's fed up and you reach your limit. So, Chad, I don't know what you're going to have to do to get my girl Sharelle back, because we want to see y'all together, but I need you to do it. Whatever it is, please figure it out, because y'all are super cute and y'all personify Black love. And I just think that y'all story is not finished and there's more for you guys to do together to impact this world together. So, bro, please fix it.
Thank you.
That's how I
we
feel.
room for you.
Yes. So, long story short, the world today, I feel like, is so focused on what's fake and what they can present to the world,
Mhm.
and less about what's really happening. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that's why the real will be separated from the fake.
Always.
But
true.
you got to be real to see it,
Mhm.
because
Exactly.
sometimes people don't even recognize the difference.
That's true.
Mhm.
Right. So I'm glad you speaking your truth and
Thank
telling
you.
us the real deal, because again, the people who supposed to get it, the girls that get it,
They get it.
They
They
right?
really get
Yeah.
it. The
Yeah.
ones that get it.
yeah, that's how I feel. So we also talked about you said your biggest fear is being codependent on a man, right?
Mhm.
And then I also saw in one of the episodes where the prenup issue, right?
Mhm.
That has layers, but
that was a
That
funny situation.
It was
funny.
because you was like, I want 25% of your podcast, and he was like, I want a percentage of your brokerage, and you was like, hell no. So I'm like, you said I was that bitch before I got with you.
Period.
And so tell me how that works, because you say you want 25% of the podcast, but you're not willing to give up a part of your brokerage.
So let's rewind.
Okay.
My lawyer asked for, I forgot how many million she asked for. I didn't ask for that. The lawyers, his lawyer and my lawyer first, his lawyer asked for 85%. That didn't get captured.
85% of what? Your business?
My business.
Bro, why they didn't hear that part? That was so
Exactly.
lopsided. Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
85%.
That's
And
his number.
so my lawyer, like, okay, she's asking. So it was like battle of the lawyers. Like we was lost. Like, bitch, where this come from? But Megan, that's my girl. But she was like, okay, we're gonna stand our ground. And his lawyer was like, we're gonna stand our ground. But as far as the podcast, I was like, I was there with you when you created this podcast. So if you
Okay.
want a percentage of my business, I need a percentage of Nightcap. Because I'm part of Nightcap. You're not part of Allure. You're not an agent. If you was an agent with Allure or you help bring in business, then we could talk.
Right.
But none of that's happening.
See, the thing about it is, when that scene first started and Chad walked in and your lawyer, she gave him a handshake instead of a hug, I was like, she mean business. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but Chad kind of was looking like, he seems like a very warm person. Like, he probably gonna give you a hug.
He likes to give hugs.
No, hi Chad, how are you today? I was like,
Yes.
oh, she ain't coming to play.
Yes.
I noticed that right away, and she definitely didn't come to play. Like,
She did not. I was like, oh, Megan, you how many million? She said, I forgot how many million. She said, what, 3 million? She need 3 million off top. I was like, dang, girl. I was in everybody group chat. She a gold digger. She this, she that.
No, that was never really your lawyer. Your lawyer said, we're not getting married then. Like, I was like, she said something like, we're not getting married.
Hey, and that was real?
Was that real?
Come on, man.
Now the back and forth with the prenup, a lot of that was like my lawyer versus his lawyer.
Okay, a little
like,
fluff on it.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I got it. Okay. All right.
It was funny. It was entertaining.
They became like they started freestyling off each other. Like we didn't know none of this. We were just sitting back listening. So we had to vibe like, okay, I'm gonna have to stand with my lawyer.
Okay,
I didn't hire
yeah.
her.
Okay,
we didn't
okay.
hire him. So he's standing no business with his lawyer. I'm standing no business with my lawyer.
That was hilarious.
Wow, I thought
the lawyer's getting y'all both in trouble.
I'm
right?
like, this is good.
Listen, some of my friends called me. She was like, one of my girls called me. She was like, girl, my homeboy said you in the athletes group chat talking about she a gold digger.
Oh, man, that's what I was
like,
oh, man. She rough.
How you sound like a gold digger though?
Not
like you said, you was that bitch before him. You already had your business. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, no, it didn't seem like. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I see things again from a boss bitch point of view. I didn't see it like that.
Maybe because when my lawyer said she want 3 million off top.
Yeah, like give it up now.
Okay, I give it up now.
Like, damn, that's the smoothest robbery I ever seen go down.
Not the smoothest robbery.
I'm not even that Chad. No, I'm not even that type. I would never take his money. And they cut a scene where I said,
but it was good for TV though.
I would rather have money go towards the kids if something happened to us. Bump everything else. Let's focus. Let's focus on the kids.
Yeah, they didn't include that part.
No, that ain't for
Oh,
TV.
man. So let's talk about you saying that you fear being codependent on a man, because I can relate to feeling like at the end of the day, all I have is me. and I have to take care of myself because I don't want to be dependent. But I also can relate to having a man who makes you feel like you can let go some of that control and some of that fear of not being able to provide for yourself,
Right.
and give him that control.
Mhm.
Do you feel like, I guess you'll ever get to the place where you'll be able to fully just live in this quote unquote soft girl era and, I don't know, not feel like that's a fear of yours?
I want to, but I have seen so many times, I feel like with men, they lead with money. And the more that they provide and do for you, they feel like they can get away with murder in a relationship.
I think so too.
Yeah.
think
So
so?
if
Yes.
if a woman that's dependent on a man, they do everything, and the woman's not working, and the man is just providing, they control it. It becomes a control state of mind, like, and then in the mindset of that woman, it's like, oh, like I don't have nothing else to fall back on, so I'm stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that. I've seen it with family members. I've seen it with friends where it's like they can't even move because their man they depended on their man and they're providing everything. And it's like, you just settling and you're unhappy. And I don't want that.
Okay. When you say like they can't move, when you saying like move, like if they want to lead a relationship, or
Yeah, they're afraid. It's the fear because they don't have anything.
Uh-huh.
They can't, because they depended on their man for so long. It's like he bring all the finances. He take care of home. He do everything. Now, in that man mindset, I'm doing everything so I can do what I want to do because I know she can't leave because she dependent on me.
Right. I do feel like some men think like that, and they have that
It's
approach.
a lot of men that think like that.
That's a weak mentality. I don't know about that one. Like just
Men who it's so many men that think like that they don't even know that they're doing that.
They don't even know they're doing it. It's like subconscious.
Okay.
Right.
Like you feel like you have control over this woman because you are providing for her. And you feel like you are here and she's here and she has to deal with your shit because she can't go nowhere.
Right.
And I think a lot of men do that.
Well,
And
see,
a lot of women are stuck. You hear a lot of women who cry about in those type of relationships. They stay there because they don't have the funds to leave.
Well, I don't know, cause I'm one of them ones like I believe in like not leading with your bag. Like don't lead with your bag. I want you to like me for me, like for being funny, being goofy, being serious, handling business. So I ain't like in my younger days were probably where I was doing wild things or you know what I'm saying, not being honest and moving around with some ladies that wasn't definitely on your level. I probably shouldn't have been doing it.
Say that shit twice.
It wasn't definitely
3 times.
it definitely wasn't because I felt like, no, I'm handling this. I'm buying you this. You got this. I could do what I want to do. It wasn't never that, because I would, in my mind, like I would have never let you close to me or let you around me or made you my lady if I didn't think like you can go and do your own, or you can do just as much as me if I needed you to do it. I think my reasons for doing it was just being like young and like
Dumb
didn't
and full
want to
of
give up my
cum.
way.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
And like not want to give up my ways. Like, these my ways. This me.
So how do you explain it for older men who are not young and dumb no more?
And like what, still just doing it?
Yeah.
Like still handling business like that? It's different for it's different. When it come to men, every situation is different. Now, I ain't gonna say it's right for what they doing. I'm just saying every situation is different.
That's true.
Yeah, every situation is different. So it's hard to say like, oh, this is the reason why every man do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you say some men don't believe in monogamy?
Scary.
Good
It's scary
question.
right now, especially like dealing with the time we're dealing with now in 20. Like, look at what we're dealing with. It's scary. Like when you looking at, most women right now and today, especially like a little younger than 35 and younger. I say younger than 35. They don't even know really what it is, what it take to keep a man, what it'll take to keep a man or like keep his attention. Like they too caught up on, like we were just talking about, Instagram, what the outside think of them or what they think of them together. So it's hard. Like I don't never see it going back to that. Like men is really it's a lot of men that's like not gonna get married, not want to be tied just to one woman, because we dealing in a time right now where like they know, like women, they know what most women on, and they coming for your bag. They coming for your bag. That's what most.
But there are some women who are not, and men need to
Exactly.
learn how to distinguish that. They just need to learn.
No,
Like,
no. I won't say like most men know, but I'm just saying the mass majority is like they lean like that. That's why you see most younger men that's not seasoned and don't know better. They lead with their bag. Like, baby, I do this. I can fly you here. I can before they even getting to know you and. You know, even if they like you,
They
for
leading
real.
with hush money.
not hush money. You know what? And that's true. And especially when you have a man that is in a public relationship with, you know, a successful woman,
Mhm.
like they do be giving these girls money just to keep them quiet, right?
Mhm.
Like
They sure
that's
do.
crazy.
Yeah, I won't say, yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can't
you
say that
think
men
it's to
don't do
keep
that.
them quiet. Sometimes they giving them money to go away.
That's
it's not
true
to keep
too.
them
That's
quiet.
true
Baby,
too.
That's true
before
too.
But
I
that's keeping
talk
them
to
quiet
you,
though.
just pay you
Go
to
away.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
then
keep
they-
you quiet is when they want to
And
keep
then
you
they
around.
become
Oh,
greedy.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's true.
Be honest with the women that y'all see out here. Do you think men you think it's something wrong with men right now in today's time being scared to get married?
I feel like with it's two types of men.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's men who are looking for a woman to get married and settle down, and I feel like those women overlook those men.
Okay.
Mhm.
And the women who I was a victim of it. The women who want to get married, they want the bad boys, and they think that they can change them.
Yeah.
And these men, with men, they push women so far away to cause them to cheat. And when they do cheat, they don't look at everything that they did. Now, they just focus on that oh, when you cheated on me,
Yeah.
but not
Right.
everything or why the reason you pushed them away and
Right.
they can't get over it. So then it's just a whole bunch of games.
Right.
Instead of healing, coming to a center point. I did this, you did this.
Mhm.
Let's fix this and move forward.
Mhm.
But it's like a
it's
tit for
hard.
tat type
Yeah,
mentality.
it's hard with a man, like, cause when if like your woman, like your lady or whatever, if she step out on you, that's different
no
for a
going
man.
back.
Yeah, that's
Ain't no
different
going
for a
back.
man. Like it's way different for a
Well,
man.
when I stepped out on mine, he proposed.
that was
la-
different.
Yeah. He ain't want to give it up.
Yeah, he want to give it up because it
Dang.
play on it mess with your confidence. It mess with a lot when
Yeah.
But men have to look at that. Y'all got to look at that when y'all make those decisions. I mean, us as women, we are forgiving creatures.
Mhm.
We can forgive
Yes.
until we can't forgive no more.
Right.
Mhm.
Because y'all just take advantage of that. Like, oh, she gonna stay.
Right.
But then it gets to a point where it's like, how many times I'm gonna forgive you?
Right. Right.
It's like, and then with women, we start to dissect, like, what is it? Then men don't understand, like, what they put on a woman. Like, we start looking at, like, what does this woman have that I don't have?
Right.
Women may not admit it, but we all are victim of it. Like,
Right.
when our man cheat, like, why would he cheat on me for this? What is
Right.
it that,
You know why y'all think like that? Because y'all
y'all put us through that
Uh-uh.
bullshit?
Yes.
Y'all
Yes.
know-
It's y'all fault.
Y'all
Yes.
know how y'all would think if y'all dealt with a man. Like, if I'm gonna deal with another nigga, how y'all thinking y'all mind? I'm going up. Nigga, why are you dealing with this? But men not looking like, cause he
Right.
looking like, I don't plan on leaving you. I'm just
Out here trying to,
cracking.
Yeah.
Like, that's how men think.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
I see what
makes
you're saying.
sense.
You're right.
Yeah.
That you just
Yeah.
made it make sense. A
Yeah.
woman is looking for a better dude.
yeah, you
Right.
look
And
for
a
a
man
better
don't
dude.
care about that.
No,
It's
I'm
just
just
about
they
knocking-
just trying to bust.
I'm
Yeah,
just busting
yeah.
like that ain't. And I'm good, babe. I don't like her more than you. That's how a man think. But y'all like, nah, you mess with that dust. That how
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gonna be it's a little dusty.
Dusty.
Yeah, a little dusty. So, and that's true. And especially even
Yeah.
when you do feel like, okay, he can't get better than me, you still gonna look at like, even if it's the
Right.
80-20 rule, you know she's only 10% of what you are, you still gonna be like, what is that 10% that she had
Right.
that I don't have? She's
Right.
not better than me, but
No.
what is she giving him that I couldn't give him?
Man, listen, this is how most men, when they on that temperature, you know what I'm saying? She wilding out. She ain't asking all them serious questions, stuff that you can ask because you know all my damn business. You know what I'm saying? I tell her you gonna shut up or get dropped off. So it's different thing. He handling her, he having fun with her in a different way. It's not to make her his woman. He know you a better woman than her. You know what I mean? That's how when he's on that temperature. Not saying that
You
men
gonna keep on saying that?
Yeah, because I want you to
he don't
think
want to get roped into it.
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about this after the camera's cut. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what did you mean when you said that? Because
Right.
But so with that being said, with you knowing that men don't always cheat with feelings,
They don't.
do you feel like with you and Chad that you can forgive him and like kind of start like with a new slate?
I forgave him already.
You did.
I
Okay.
forgave him, but there still needs to be healing.
I get what you're saying.
So I don't dwell on anything.
That's good.
Whatever happened. We can't dwell on the past.
Yeah.
I forgave him. It's time to focus on you. I mean, heal yourself.
Right.
And
Because
we
you
go
don't want him to
from
do it
there.
again. So like the only way that we can move forward is for you to correct whatever the issue is that's causing you to do stuff that you're not supposed to do.
Right.
I get it.
I'm sure he want to know like how long you want me to heal myself.
Until you heal.
Yes. Go get the healing. He got, 99 jobs right now?
Yes.
You got to take some time to focus on him.
Wow. Wow, that's real.
That's
and that's
real.
love for you to even say that.
No, that's
like,
real.
take some time to focus on yourself.
No, that's
I'm
real.
going to be here because, I mean, we got a baby together. We going to be.
That's true. And I help him with his business, so he know I ain't going nowhere. I told him, I texted him the other day, and I was like, because sometimes he be trying to test it, like, I'm about to move on. I said, okay, just know the Ocho Bunch going to give your new girl hell.
Hell.
Because real ain't going nowhere. I'm still going to be in the picture. They going to be
love
ride
you.
or die. His kids and the baby moms love me.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
The baby
yeah.
mamas too?
Yes.
That is good.
They love
That's good.
we all communicate. They contact me. They cussed him out when, everything happened. I was like, the Ocho Bunch ready for whoever. So just know I ain't going nowhere when it comes to that.
Are your kids close to him?
Of course, yes.
Aw.
They text him. He send them money, whatever. Like
Aw.
at the end of the day, we're still a family. My daughter plans on going to FAMU, so he make calls for her.
Aw.
Yeah.
So do y'all still like stay the night together sometimes?
No, we don't stay the night. He got his place. He's not coming to my
So you
house.
no spend the nights at all.
No.
So damn.
Wow.
Wow.
No
Okay.
spending the night.
No spending the night. So y'all just co-parenting and business partners still kind of in a way. Well, I'm glad to see that y'all still have a healthy relationship. Again, I'm still rooting for y'all. I don't care what nobody say.
I'm rooting for you.
Thank
Because
you.
I believe in forgiveness, and it's good to hear that you have forgiven Chad.
Mhm.
Again, I still think y'all are a good representation of
Yeah.
Black love, like real
Thank
Black
you.
love, and we getting to see the other side of it. Sometimes you
Get
got to
a
go
little
through
rough.
things. Yeah, get a little rough.
Yeah.
So
But the way you speak about them, I believe you really love them, and I
Of
see
course,
y'all. I see
yes.
y'all getting back together. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I see y'all getting back together, man.
Okay. So with the last few minutes of our chat here, we want to play like a quick little game. It's called Sip or Spill. So
Ooh.
with this game, we're going to ask you 5 questions, and you can either answer the question or take a sip of your champagne.
Let me hold this glass.
Okay. I got the first question for you. If you had to fire one person from the current WAGs to Riches cast, who would it be and why?
Ooh. I'm be honest, because I'm a real ass bitch.
I know that's right.
It would be Sade.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that one. I guess you said she. Okay.
I mean, she don't bring any substance. I feel like it's a lot of fakeness over there.
Wow.
I mean, she's a great person in real life, but for when it comes to TV, I don't think she can bring it for TV.
Okay.
Okay.
Spoken like a boss. You
Spoken
looking at
like-
it from the producer standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, tell me this. What is the pettiest thing you ever done to get back at an ex?
Besides saying he had STD. No, I'm just
Oh.
playing. You didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
You might as
that.
well.
I'm just playing.
I didn't say that. I don't think I did anything petty.
Oh, come on.
I'm trying to think. Probably got dressed up and act like I was going out on a date.
That's petty. That's petty. That's petty.
Wow, Sharelle. I know he was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
That is petty.
Okay. Question number 3. Rank your WAGs to Riches castmates from realest to fakest. Who's the realest besides yourself?
Besides myself, I would say Ashley Nicole, Portia, MJ. Who's left? It's Jules, Sade.
The girls who you said were irrelevant.
Oh, I forgot
Remember you
about
said that?
Alexis. So so it's, let me go back. Ashley, Portia, Alexis, MJ.
So the rest of them just fake.
Oh, and Keita. Keita's
She was pregnant?
Yeah,
Okay,
she
yeah,
was
she was
fine.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. What's the biggest lie a cast member have told, on set that you knew just pure cap? Like, you just know, like, man, you lying, pure cap.
That damn abortion. During the time frame that it happened. I don't care what nobody says.
That's a crazy lie to do.
During that time, she may have had
mental.
one, but during that time frame when we was filming and she called and told me, she didn't have no boy. That I must stand on that.
Standing on business. Okay, last question. Do you regret anything you've done on reality TV?
No.
I know that's right.
I don't.
We live and we learn, y'all.
Yeah.
No room for regrets.
No room for regrets.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, Sharelle, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you,
I can't
guys.
believe the time passed so
I know. I'm ready to stay slow.
I know, we was jamming.
I feel like we had a little kiki, but we also had a little therapy session because I learned a little bit about the male perspective. And, I'm just so glad to talk to you. You are so real, so sweet, so cool. I feel like we friends now.
Yes, we are. We sisters at this point.
Now, girl. When you come to Atlanta, you got to hit us up.
Yes, I will.
When we come to Miami or Tampa, I'm going to hit you up.
Yes, Miami
Seriously,
for sure.
I'm so
I
excited
enjoyed you
for
guys.
No,
y'all make
we
sure y'all subscribe, tune in. This is the best podcast ever.
Thank
you.
I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
Yes.
myself. For real.
And
Thank
on the
you.
flip side, y'all got to watch W.A.G.s to Riches. Y'all got to watch the Humble Baddies podcast. And, Sharelle got a lot going on. If you need to buy a house
Hustling.
in Florida, this is who you need to contact.
Contact me.
Allure Realty, a luxury brokerage who just merged with
But I don't want people to think that we just only serve high clientele.
Oh.
Listen, we do it all. And we're also, myself and Joanna, I'm a developer as well. We're
Okay.
building affordable homes in Tampa, Florida. So
Dope.
make sure y'all stay tuned.
Yes. Congratulations on that. That's
Congratulations.
huge.
That's
Being a
huge.
developer is huge.
Listen, I wish they would have asked me what you doing for the community. What
Right.
you doing for the culture.
Right.
Baby, I'm putting people in home.
There you go.
And creating generational wealth for your
yes.
family.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
I'm all for it. I love it. I am so happy that you are sharing your gifts with the world because you are inspirational. Like, I'm sure a lot of girls are going to be, wanting to be like you. And that's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a good thing. It's okay to be the mean girl sometimes. Sometimes mean girls get stuff done, okay? Like, we got to, sometimes you got to just stand on business and do what you got to do.
Exactly.
But thank you so much, girl.
Thank you.
Thank
We wish you the
Thank you.
best,
We
and we're
wish
going to
you the
continue to
best.
follow your success. Make sure y'all follow Sharelle. What's your IG handle?
Sharelle Rosado _.
We're signing out from the Love and Fly Shit podcast. Thank you.
This is.
Okay.